project coordinator of the EU Commission Horizon 2020, Project STOP, meaning Science and Technology in Childhood Obesity Policy, Franco Sassi introduces this project to highlight the role of personalized flavor recommendations for better health.
Good afternoon. Childhood obesity is a growing challenge. Hi Franco, can you give us some insights and tell how Stop Obesity wants to help to solve that?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Bernard. While STOP is really addressing a major public health challenge that the world is facing today, the challenge has reached huge proportions worldwide, with 38 million children being overweight or obese under the age of 5, and no less than 340 million in the next age group between age 5 and age 19. So obesity in childhood is not just a precursor to obesity in adult life, it is also a hindrance to the development of human capital for children, especially through reduced education, which means that children go on to be disadvantaged in the adult life, not only health-wise, but also socially. So the European Commission has funded, through an unprecedented research effort, no less than 3 major projects that all started in 2018, spending about 30 million euros of taxpayer money to tackle this major European and global problem. One of these 3 projects is STOP, Science and Technology in Childhood Obesity Policy. And the goal of STOP is really to produce new evidence, new scientific and technological evidence for supporting solutions that can really make a difference in addressing childhood obesity. And one of the components of the project has been to fund 4 innovation projects that are being led by small and medium enterprises, which are hopefully going to make a difference on a large scale, at least in Europe. And one of them is the Foodpairing project that you, Bernard, lead.
Okay, super, thanks. So, as a parent, we know how important it is that our kids eat enough fruits and vegetables, but it's often not so easy to do so. So that's why Foodpairing, together with Stop Obesity, is launching an app that will support parents with picky eaters to prepare tasty meals with more vegetables. So how will that work? So first of all, we need to understand what everybody in the family likes. So for every family member, we need to make a flavor ID. So for example, this is a flavor ID of one of the kids. Actually, it was the son, the picky eater of the family, and he hardly likes to eat any vegetables. The only thing he likes is maybe a bit of tomato, some lettuce, and that's pretty much it. But still, the algorithm is capable to extract what are the molecules that drive the liking of that kid, even if he doesn't like a lot of vegetables. So we do the same for the parents, for the other kids, because the algorithm wants to understand for every member of the family what is really driving the liking, and if you combine it all together, what will all of the family members actually like. So once the flavor ID is there, then we can go to the app. And so as the app knows what the family likes, the app can suggest recipes. Not fancy recipes, it's really about go-to recipes, classic recipes that the family will like a lasagna, a pizza, a pasta, pretty what we eat every day. So it will also indicate how much liking there is for each dish. So for example, I can select the pasta pesto, and if I do that, I get the pasta pesto recipe. So it will give you some explanation. You're also capable to see it's for 4 persons, so it will take the flavor ID of those 4 persons into account. and then it will generate a recipe. And what you see is it started from a classic pasta pesto, but because it understands what that family likes, it will immediately add more vegetables to this recipe. So for example, if you go back one, you will see that's a pasta pesto, but surprisingly, there is also a lettuce present and peas. Imagine you want to cook that same day, you don't have peas available. Well, the technology also allows you to replace the peas. So you get a number of suggestions that the family members will like and that you can select from. It will also indicate how that will improve your health. The interesting part is whatever replacement you do, the recipe is going to change immediately. So that means that all the next steps that follow will take into account your the ingredient you selected. So if you want to do broccoli versus pea, it will change. Through the research with the families with children with obesity, we also found out that for many parents, it's really a lot of work to prepare the food. They also often don't know how to prepare certain dishes. So in this app, then it was also really crucial to help the parents step by step to prepare the dish. So, for example, you see, you started by cooking a pasta. It will have a timer and help you by saying, okay, is the pasta almost ready? It will give you a sign when it's ready. Throughout the whole process, it will really guide you step by step. So at the end, you can make that dish with more vegetables, even if you're not so acquainted with the vegetables which are added to the dish. So, how does that actually look like? So, Peter prepared here a dish, a classic one, and then an improved one, and he will explain the flavor ID of, I think it's the parent also, of the father. Yeah.
Yeah. So the flavor ID of the father is almost the same as the rest of the family, except from the son, as we have seen. So the flavor ID is mostly vegetable, some cheesy and...
Yeah, the flavor ID of the father was actually opposite of the son, and it's the father who cooks. So the father always made the food for him, but not for his son, actually.
Yeah, indeed. So, indeed. So the son is the flavor ID of the son is totally different of that of the rest of the family, when we the application, one of the recipes, go-to recipes, was a pasta pesto with some peas, but the peas, that's something that the son didn't like, and especially the starchy texture of the peas.
Yeah,
he likes the flavor of the peas, but not the texture. So.
What was the liking of the son? It was really low for that dish?
Yes, very low. It was like 2 points he gave.
2 on a scale of 10, yeah.
Yeah. And for the rest of the family, it was about 7. So the application then suggests some other vegetables. So one of the replacements was switching the peas by courgette. So, and they have made courgette. So it's kind of the pasta of the courgette, which is then slightly pan-fried, because on the whole family, they liked pan-fried.
The son was quite nutty, so he needs to have a pan-fried.
Yeah. So, and extra, it was suggested to add little jam, which is also slightly pan-fried. And as the son liked the peas but not the texture, the application also suggests to add the peas into the pesto. So you have kind of vegetable pesto.
Yeah. So the son eats the peas, but he can't see the peas, and it's in the pesto.
So he is still eating the peas. He likes the flavor, and the starchy texture of the peas is gone because it's integrated into the pesto. And if you then look at the liking score from the son, from 2 we got to 9.
Yeah.
And in the whole family we got also 1 point more than.
The father lowered a bit, but the whole family improved.
Yeah, indeed. And so from a pasta pesto with only peas with 1 vegetable, you get a recipe, a pasta pesto with even two
yeah,
more
much
vegetables.
more, because we have the jam lettuce, we have the zucchini as in a pasta shape, and then we have the peas into a pesto.
Indeed.
Yeah. So the app is not online yet. We're going soon to launch the app, but if you're already interested to be part of the beta group, you can go to happyplate.foodpairing.com and then subscribe to the app, and then we will invite you to our beta group. Franco, thank you very much for joining us and also for supporting this project, and soon it will go online. Thank you very much.
Thank you.